Happy Valentine's Day again, students. So here I am with my flower crown because I am, of course, Cupid today, to talk to you about connotation and denotation. So I've given you an extra credit assignment analyzing two poems. So I want to explain this a little bit because there's been some questions. So your main job is to read these two poems, understand them, you might need a dictionary, and then look at the meaning of the words within the poem. So when we look at denotation, it's about the literal meaning of the word, what it exactly means. So I like to remember denotation by thinking D for dictionary. D for dictionary. Denotation is the exact meaning behind words. Now, on the other hand, we have connotation. Connotation is that feeling that arises when we hear these words. So context and culture affect the connotation of words, and also your personal history. So personal history, your own connotations and feelings for things. But for this activity, we're not going to focus on our own feelings that are driven by these words, but we're going to think about the patterns, what most people generally feel. So don't think of exceptions, think of patterns. So for example, if I say, wow, these roses on my head, they smell so lovely, they're so fragrant, I just love the aroma. So words like smell, fragrance, aroma, these are words related to smell that are positive connotations. They bring up things like flowers or delicious food, maybe a spring day with lots of blooms in the air. But if I say, oh, these flowers on my head, they stink so lovely, you might think, stink so lovely? That's strange, because stink we use for words, things that don't smell nice. A polluted river, or something dirty, something that we don't like, we would use the word stink because it's an unpleasant smell. So in English, a lot of the words we use have either positive or negative connotation, and these are things that we've talked about a lot. We've talked about them in Unit 5, also in just regular day class. So in this poetry extra credit assignment, your job is to look at the denotation, the direct dictionary meaning, and the connotation of the words. So you're going to come to an understanding about the first poem, Pablo Neruda's 100 Sonnets, and the second one, just called the love story between goldfish. Yes, the love story between goldfish, or called Love Song with Two Goldfish by Grace Chua. So Love Song by Two Goldfish, which was a modern poem written in 2003 versus Neruda's 100 Sonnets, which is a bit older. And you're going to compare the two. So when you look at the connotation and denotation, this will be a guide or a map to understanding the meaning of the two poems. So once you look at each poem and derive or find meaning based on the denotation and connotation, you're going to have a clearer understanding of the first poem and then a clearer understanding of the second poem. So it'll be a lot easier to compare the two and answer the questions. So you're going to answer 3 questions. So what does the word connotation love mean in each poem? How do the two poems compare to each other? Are they similar? Are they different? In what ways? And just explain why. And the third one is, do either of these poems have a traditional meaning about love or not? So do they have a traditional or common meaning about love, something that's universal, we can all understand and aspire to, or not? Can we not connect to these poems? There are no right or wrong answers. This is, of course, your poetry analysis. So let me talk to you about the points. As I said, I don't often give extra credit, as you know. This is actually the first time this year. But since we are off school for coronavirus, you might be having some extra time on your hands, and Valentine's Day is a wonderful holiday. You might want to consider doing this assignment. The point value system is, you will get 1 point on a quiz, or on a task 2 quiz. Category 2. So you will get 1 additional point. So for example, let's say you score an 8 on a 15-minute quiz. It will bump you up to a 9. That is the maximum that you could get. So if you do the assignment, but you only do very short answers, you don't really explain why, maybe I'll give you a 5. So then you'll get, if you scored an 8 on a quiz, a 15-minute quiz, category 3 quiz, then that means you'll be moved up to an 8.5. So it is optional. You do not have to do this assignment. If you just want to read the poems and enjoy them, good on you. If you want to do the full assignment and compare and send it to me, I'll be happy to read your answers and your analysis. Poetry is always a joy. It's just looking at the art between words, something all English teachers I think love. So optional, you can do it or not. The last day to submit this will be Monday. So you have Friday, Valentine's Day, Saturday, and Sunday to talk to me about love. Happy Valentine's Day, bye!